Some people move through the world with a different kind of mental rhythm. Information doesn't connect as quickly, patterns don't emerge as easily, and complex ideas can feel distant or unclear. When we talk about extremely low IQ, typically an IQ score below 70, and in more severe cases below 50, we're not just describing a number. We're describing a fundamentally different way of experiencing reality. One of the clearest differences is in how thinking is structured. While most people can move between abstract ideas and concrete situations, individuals with very low IQ tend to stay grounded in what is immediate and visible. Concepts like long-term consequences, hypothetical scenarios, or layered reasoning can be difficult to grasp. The world is understood more through direct experience than through mental simulation. This shapes how problems are approached. When faced with something unfamiliar, there is often no internal map to explore different possibilities. Instead of thinking several steps ahead, the focus stays on the present moment. Solutions are often based on repetition, what worked before, what was shown, or what feels familiar. It's not a lack of willingness to think, but a limitation in how far that thinking can extend. Learning, as a result, follows a different pace. For someone with an IQ between 50 and 70, new information can be understood, but it usually requires time, structure, and repetition. For those below 50, learning becomes even more dependent on consistent guidance and simplified steps. Sudden changes, complex instructions, or too much information at once can quickly become overwhelming. This also affects adaptability. Change isn't just uncomfortable, it can feel disorienting. Routines provide a sense of stability because they reduce the need to constantly process new information. When that structure is disrupted, confusion or anxiety often follows. What might seem like resistance is often an attempt to hold on to something predictable. Socially, the experience is subtle but significant. Communication tends to be more literal. Indirect language, sarcasm, or hidden meanings can easily be missed. Conversations are often interpreted exactly as they are said, without reading between the lines. This can lead to misunderstandings, but it can also make their communication more straightforward and unfiltered. Emotionally, the depth of feeling is still very real, but understanding those emotions, or expressing them clearly, can be more difficult. When frustration builds and there aren't enough tools to explain it, it may come out as withdrawal, irritability, or impulsive reactions. The emotion is not weaker, it's simply harder to process and regulate. Self-awareness can develop in different ways. Some individuals may not fully recognize their limitations, moving through life without constant comparison. Others, especially those closer to the 60 to 70 range, may become aware over time, through school, work, or social interactions, that they struggle in ways others don't. That awareness can quietly turn into self-doubt or a sense of being left behind. There is also a heightened vulnerability that often goes unnoticed. When abstract reasoning and critical thinking are limited, it becomes harder to evaluate intentions or question information. Trust is often placed more easily, which can make them dependent on others, not just for guidance, but for protection. And yet, intelligence alone doesn't define a person's entire capacity to live a meaningful life. Many individuals with low IQ develop strong familiarity with routines, environments, and practical tasks. With enough repetition and support, they can build stability, habits, and even confidence within structured systems. But the world can still feel demanding. Simple decisions may carry hidden layers that are difficult to process. Unexpected situations can feel overwhelming. While others navigate complexity almost automatically, they often have to rely on what is known, what is repeated, and what feels safe. In the end, having an extremely low IQ isn't just about limited intelligence. It's about experiencing life with fewer mental shortcuts, less abstraction, and a stronger dependence on clarity and structure. Their reality is more immediate, more literal, and sometimes more uncertain. It's not that their world is smaller, it's that it is built differently.